This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're coming to you live from the New Orleans Investment Conference 2017 here in New Orleans. I have with me Keith Henderson from Velocity Minerals Ltd. It's a publicly traded company and the symbol is VLC on the TSX-V. Keith, welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks, Shelley, and thanks for having me.
It's good to have you. Let's get started with an overview on Velocity and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Basically, Velocity is a gold exploration company. We're focused in Eastern Europe, specifically in Bulgaria. At the minute, we're exploring a project called Rosino, which is our key project. It's a historical project with old historical resources on it. We're basically trying to upgrade it, improve on the ounces, improve on the tonnage. And we're basically a drilling company. You're going to see a lot of drill results come out of our company over the next basically 10 to 12 months.
I was going to ask you next, what's the history behind the company?
Well, we looked at the asset for quite a while as a private company. We took it public at the end of July, and we started drilling almost the exact day that we managed to put the news release out closing the transaction. So a lot of the troubling things that happen when you start up a company happened as a private company. For the public investor, things seem to be going swimmingly and smoothly, and we've basically been drilling from the moment that we started. We've got 18 holes in right now. We've had results out for 11, and we've had basically 11 positive results. We've hit on every hole so far that we've had results for. And we recently did a small financing to up our rate of drilling, and we've increased by one rig. So we've had a second rig starting. We hope to have 7,000 meters drilled by Christmas and about 12 to 14,000 meters drilled by April next year.
Let's talk about what differentiates your company from other exploration companies.
Well, Bulgaria is an emerging area. It's in a very well-known belt called the Tethyan, where in Turkey and Serbia, lots of other countries in the region have actually got very good deposits. Bulgaria is just emerging, but there are other companies working there, like Dundee Precious Metals, who's at a Tepe deposit, which is under construction, is 20 kilometers away from Rosino, which we're drilling. Our big advantage, though, is that we've got a Bulgarian partner. It's, in my mind, foolhardy to go and spend shareholders' money in a country where you don't know anybody. One of our directors is a Bulgarian national and an experienced mining professional. He helps us with cultural and language issues, and his input is absolutely critical. But our partner is a Bulgarian mining company, and having them to help us navigate the administration in Bulgaria and to help us with permitting and other critical issues is very, very important and seriously lowers risk for shareholders.
Let's talk about the politics and the governmental relationship to the company. What's the district like?
The government in Bulgaria is stable. It's an EU country. It's got a real and proper mining law, which was revamped just a few years ago. The corporate tax rate is 10%. The mining royalties are comparable to much more well-known mining jurisdictions like Canada or Peru or Chile, and it's really a wonderful place to work.
So why did you pick Bulgaria?
Well, we rather picked the deposit rather than the country. It happens to be in Bulgaria, and when you start a company and you want to be successful, you want to have the right project, and we certainly think that we do.
Can you drill year-round?
Oh, absolutely, yes. It gets a little bit of snow sometimes, but it doesn't get terribly cold, and yeah, you can operate all year round.
What's the value catalyst in the company?
I think what we're going to deliver in terms of results and the speed with which we're going to do it, we're going to be earning a 70% interest initially in the project that is triggered by delivering a preliminary economic assessment to the market. And we hope that from a standing start in July, we'll be able to do that within a one-year period. So PEA around June, July, maybe August at the outside next year.
What's your backup plan?
Well, I don't feel that we really need one with this deposit, but of course it would be maybe foolish not to have one. We are, of course, looking at other assets. We're looking at other projects with our partner. Including we have an exclusivity arrangement on the Chala mine, which is operated by our partner, and we're currently doing due diligence and looking to see if there's a deal that we can do on that. There's various other projects owned by our partner and by other people, which we're also looking and actively reviewing.
What's your background?
I'm a geologist, originally from Ireland. I worked all over the world. I started off in Africa. I worked through Europe, Sweden, Ireland, came to North America. I've done a lot in South America as well. Recently, not so much on the geology side, more on the running companies, starting companies, and CEO side. And I like dealing with investors, and I like putting together companies that are good value.
Keith, let's get your website out for more information to our investor audience, if you would.
Sure. Our website is www.velocityminerals.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Henderson, Velocity Minerals Ltd, publicly traded company, and the symbol is VLC on the TSX-V. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live today from the New Orleans Investment Conference 2017 here in New Orleans. Keith, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks very much, Shelley. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure.